Developed this building system over 40 years, which I call concrete building system. Its main feature is that wall panels weigh only 14.7 pounds per square foot and are easily manually installed. Regular pea gravel concrete is used along with PVA fiber and super plasticizer to keep it as strong as it possibly can be. Voids on the backside of the panel displace 40% of the concrete, enabling it to have that lightweight and that economy. Panels are still rock solid at 15,000 pounds per lineal foot. Precast concrete wall panels using pea gravel concrete with expanded steel embedded in the back side so it overlaps and can be fastened together to its opposite mate. The fastening can either be bolt and washers or tack welded. Top view of the joined panel section. The wall width can be any amount one wishes, just depending upon how long you want to make the expanded steels, or even welding a jumper piece between the expanded steels. For exterior walls, voids in the panel backside are created with polystyrene insulation. This displaces 40% of the concrete, making it lightweight and easy to handle. Or if one wishes to fill the wall cavity with some bulk material like sand, gravel, dirt, crusher fines, you can create the same voids just using a block of wood or molded plastic. It took a lot of experimenting with different materials to find the perfect type steel to embed in the concrete, and this expanded steel turned out to be the perfect thing. You get a maximum length of engagement with the concrete with very little steel, and these expanded steels bend over, so the feature of the system is a slot around the perimeter of each panel which accepts a spline and helps align and seal the panels together. The panel can lie flat and be palletized and then easily bent back straight again for installation. So here's a wall going up. The wall cavity makes it be really easy to install plumbing and electrical. The boxes are just cast in, and sleeves for the plumbing are cast in also according to the plans. This is the most heavy-duty application of the system. This is a 16-inch wide wall with a 12-inch cavity. There's 4 inches of polyiso against the exterior wall and 8 inches thick of cast-in-place concrete against the interior wall. This is located on the eastern shore of the Georgia Strait in British Columbia, which has a maximum earthquake design requirement. The reinforcement that the structural engineer decided was number 5 rebars on 16-inch centers, both horizontally and vertically. Columns can be easily formed anywhere inside the wall cavity, as the expanded steels will support the piece of board to contain the column concrete. The great economy of the system is that it eliminates framing, sheathing, house wrap, siding, and drywall, and gives incredibly more mass to be protection from whatever the climate may bring. You see an example of all the panel sizes and how they can be arranged in mosaic patterns. The symmetry of the geometry can be very pleasing. The following will be an illustration of how openings are handled. This is basically the default method circumstances may motivate one to modify this somehow, and there's many ways to do that, but this is the basic way. Lintel pieces on top are a foot longer than the opening on each side, so they're 2 feet longer than the opening. If pouring cast in place, you just form up around the window frame for bulkheads to contain the concrete, or you can use precast window door frame pieces, which will enclose the cavity wall also. In that case, they're 2 inches thick, so you would lose 4 inches of clear opening uh, on the sides and on top. The individual panels, this one is the 16-inch high, 24-inch long, and it weighs 38 pounds. This is the 16-inch high by 12-inch long panel that's used primarily around window and door openings to maintain spacing, and it weighs 19 pounds. This 16 by 36-inch panel is used in walls that are an odd number in length or have openings in them that are an odd number in length. This weighs 57 pounds. For spanning openings, we have what I call lintel pieces, and they're only 8 inches high, so two make the regular 16 inches, and that's to keep the pieces lightweight enough to install in higher places. Standard sizes are 8 by 48 and 8 by 60 and 8 by 72. There are also 16 by 16-inch panels and 16 by 18-inch panels to add more flexibility to the wall design. Coin pieces are quite demanding as they establish perfect perpendicular in all the X, Y, and Z directions. Or if one wishes to fill the wall cavity with some bulk material like sand, gravel, dirt, crusher fines, you can create the same voids just using a block of wood or molded plastic. From kids to women in their 70s, anyone can help, anyone can contribute. No training at all, just step right in and let's build. A paid for, safe, solid roof over everyone's head. We can do it.